Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, glad to have you here. Today we have another Chaos versus Empire matchup. And this time I am going against Pharaoh of War, my good friend who has his own YouTube channel, and I will be linking his channel in the description below. In this one, you can see I have a main line of Chaos Marauders, and that's to afford these Chaos Trolls here. I have some Aspiring Champions in the back line. These are heavy hitters who sunder armor and have 130 armor. They cause terror. Basically beasts. They do cost 2,300 gold though, so they did take a lot of my funds away. On each side I do have some Chaos Marauders with great weapons to perform some sort of cheap anti-cavalry duty. I do have one Marauder Horsemaster, two Chaos Warhounds, one out on each side, Chaos Knights with Lances, and just a regular Chaos Chariot. I like these guys just because they don't get too many kills, because I'm bad at this game. But they are a great distraction, and they're great versus lightly armored infantry, which I assumed the Empire had a lot of. You can see I also do have a Manticore, Chaos Sorcerer of Death, and a Chaos Sorcerer with Shadows. And you can see neither of these guys have any abilities. They just have those passives, so I'm trying to get as much kind of bang for my buck here. Increase the speed of all my units, increase my Winds of Magic with the Chaos Sorcerer of Death, so that Sartorial can just be dropping bombs all game. If we look at Pharaoh of War's line, you can see he has Greatswords, Sigmarite Disciples, and Greatswords. In the back, he does have Sigmar's Sons and a regular unit of Swordsmen. He's got Imperial Bodyguard over on that side. He's got Demigryph Knights on this side for anti-large duty. He has the Silver Bullets and some Handgunners. Up front, he does have some Reiksguard and some Knights Panther. So two great anti-infantry options. Here you can see them side by side. One for armored infantry and one for lightly armored infantry. Though the Knights Panther aren't really going to have too much that they're going to enjoy fighting in this battle, but they will do fine against the Chaos Marauders. And interesting pick, you can see he does have a Wizard Lord of Light. Let's see what this guy has. Does this guy have anything different? Net of Amantok with Scroll of Power. Hold the line, ward save 15%, and he does have this blinded, so whenever he's in melee, minus 28 melee attack, minus 24 melee defense, so definitely a powerful, the light wizard is powerful in this matchup, and you can see he does cause terror when he's casting, so if he's casting a spell near you, he is going to terrify you. Oh, and I guess I missed these Nuln Ironsides here, who are opening fire at my Horsemasters. Definitely not great. And over here he does have a Jade Wizard on a Pegasus as well, with Earthblood and the ability to recharge Scroll. So we'll get this started here. I'm going to be moving forward, trying to engage as fast as possible, get my trolls on these greatswords. You can see this Wizard Lord of Light coming out here. I'm going to be tossing some spears at him. Takes a decent amount of damage there. And I came in and I'm going to start throwing at these guys. Though I really thought that these were just regular halberdiers. And my guys are not going to be doing very much against 115 armor. He does net my guys down over here, so he's going to open fire. But I'm going to bring Sartorial up, try and protect them with a spell cast here. Let's see what we do here. You can see there, two guys are going to pop up there. He does a great job of repositioning to fight my main line. But you can see I did about half damage to those guys for a relatively low cost spell. Here you can see these trolls coming in. Just going to start butchering these poor greatswords. Here Knights Panther are going to come in, try and support. I did catch these guys who kind of came out a little bit. He did drop a net on my main line here, and this is a great way to use net. Block these guys from coming in, isolate these Chaos Trolls, but I am going to drop Manticores in on their kind of range troops, but he did catch this one, which is not good for me. You can see I'm going to sandwich in here, and I'm going to just start throwing in the back, trying to do whatever I can. Oh, they're going to skewer some Nuln Ironsides. Warhound's getting in here, and again, I think I'm going to drop something. Going to smartly dodge out of the way. You can see my chariots are in there against swords, so that's pretty good. But huge cavalry engagement on the side, and my Manticore is not going to do well. But look at this, I drop another armor piercing. Look at that. These cavalry are just taking a ton of damage as I get my anti-large cavalry in there. So this is definitely a decent engagement for me. This Manticore is taking a lot of damage, so that's not the best, but here come the Demigryph Knights. And so this Chaos Order of Death is not long for this world. Over here you can see I'm trying to break through these Sigmarite Disciples, and I did get my Chaos Pharaoh Manticore into these guys, so shutting down as much fire as I can, and look at me just not moving those chariots. Here you can see I do drop another bombardment here, trying as best as I can to get rid of these troops, because I know my Chaos Knights with Lances are going to lose this fight. So I need to do as much damage to this cav as possible. Right here, it would have been really great to get these guys around and into the back, but there's just so much going on here, I definitely did not have the time to micro that. You can see these mainline Chaos Trolls just like slamming that guy into the ground. And over here, the Sigmarite Disciples, not Flagellants, do rout, so I'm going to be able to push through, kind of go where I wanted to go now. And you can see I'm just constantly disrupting these firing lines with my Vortex spells, trying to not let him fire at all. You can see my Chaos Knights with Lances slowly losing this fight. My Marauder Horsemasters also did get caught. You can see these Knights Panthers are kind of starting to push around my flank, probably going for rear charges. But there's not much left for him to anvil on. Here you can see I do miss. He gets out of the way there. Very good move. But you can see Sartorial, still very good health. Still have a lot of Marauders ready to kind of go wherever I need to go. And you can see these Chaos Trolls still very healthy. Look at this rear charge here is going to rout a ton of my Marauders here. Do a ton of damage. Even these guys who were kind of winning this fight, cost effectiveness wise, they are going to start dying. My Chaos Warhounds, my Manticores are still up though. You can see he still has an unbreakable unit of Flagellants, or Sigmar Sons over there. And he's got these Demigryph Knights. They still have a lot of models, so they can still be healed pretty effectively. But you can see I've kind of won this side in the middle, and now he's kind of converging from this left side of his line. I am coming in here, and these Marauder Horsemasters actually do have an anti-large bonus in range, but we're not in range here. You can see Sartorial, the Everwatcher, with his huge armor-piercing damage of 505 is getting in here, trying to swing this in my favor. I need to get these guys off the field, and you can see this Manticore just chasing this guy around. What am I doing with these things? I keep missing. You can see these Warhounds munching on the guys. I am going to be able to get them in on these ranged troops. You can see my Trolls routing some of these guys. Finally, I give up and just come into the back, trying to kind of get rid of these cavalry once and for all. You can see my Marauders on this side are going to start converging on these Sigmar Sons, trying to put them out of their misery. But very, very powerful unit. Actually has magic damage in this mod. And I believe physical resistance of 6%. And 116 armor. Oh man, that is crazy. Look at these guys. These are like full-on knights. Wow. So definitely a must-bring, I think, for the Empire. Over here you can see I'm Plague of Rusting these bodyguards, bringing them down to 8 armor. Because my Aspiring Champions are in there, sundering their armor as well. Yeah, you can see here, sundered armor, poisoned, and Plague of Rust, so they are not ideal. They're not in the ideal situation, but they are fighting Trolls. So, you know, who knows if they're being cost effective. You can see these guys with their 100 weapon strength. All of that is going to be getting through here. I feel like this is somewhat glitched here, but this is kind of how the battle went. I think I hit most of these. You know, most of the more metal spells are not that hard to aim. You can see these guys in here. Super cool model. Going to be dueling these Marauders, and these Marauders are going to have no chance by themselves. Oh man, just like getting cleaved apart. Oh, there comes Sartorial. Super cool. You can see the Trolls coming in here. But he's kind of solidifying with his heroes. And the Sigmar Sun, he's solidifying this control over the side. See these Trolls, I haven't lost very many models yet, but their morale is wavering. And you can see here he's got a couple of handgunners firing, and I'm slowly kind of taking out his cavalry. These Chaos Knights with Lances here throwing down. And these guys do have armor piercing and anti-large, so they definitely will win that fight. Over here, I believe there's like one dude left. Look at him just skewer that guy. He's like, yeah, run. The lone survivor of his remnant, of his regiment. These guys are unbreakable, I believe. When there's only a couple of them left. You can see here, Plague of Rust on this guy. Don't know what I was doing. But really, it's just these Sigmar Suns that are left. We'll be tossing them around. Getting that nice armor-piercing damage in there finally. So you can see these Chaos Scrolls still wavering, even though they've been wavering for a very long time. See these wizards coming in here, and if they do cast spells, they will cause terror, so that can definitely be something the Empire can use to kind of like break lines. And at this point, it's kind of just a mop-up. He's going to have to come down eventually, and you can see I don't really have any flying troops left. I believe this is a little bit glitched, so these guys are already dead. So he kind of has to come down at this point, and he does. And we're going to see these guys come down, and they're just going to rout from army losses here. Now, if this was a real battle, they would just kind of like float away, never to be seen again. But they do get eaten by the Lord of Change here, Sartorial the Everwatcher. So you can see these chariots, definitely wasted. Chaos Warhounds with poison, getting 121 kills. These Chaos Trolls definitely being great at dealing with these great swords. Great at dealing with the great swords. You can see Aspiring Champions here, almost untouched, so definitely a powerful force in the late game. And you can see these Chaos Sorcerers did not do very well. I think the Manticore is just so much better stat-wise that it's probably just better to bring multiple Manticores. And you can see these Chaos Lancers, Lances definitely did their job, but you can see my main line here just kind of suffered against his more elite main line. But the one thing I did have going for me was shutting down that kind of range contingent with the constant Lore of Metal spells. Definitely swayed that one in my favor. But anyways, great game to Pharaoh of War. Definitely, guys, go check out his channel. He probably will be releasing some Steel Faith gameplay soon, so definitely go out. Definitely go out and take a look. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and that's that.